Good evening, everyone, and welcome to this week's Last Week in Geek from your friends here at Manly Battleships. I'm Mr. Panda.
And I'm Rockstar.
And we're talking about some exciting stories today. Some good, some not so good, some weird. So, let's just jump right into it.
Starting off...
movie trailers and other kinds of trailers. So many trailers.
So many trailers. It's been trailer-filled. So this is going to be a whole bunch of trailers. The first one being filled with spoilers. So if you have not watched Endgame, do not go and watch the new Spider-Man Far From Home because it is just nothing but spoilers from Endgame.
Though, in fairness, I think they literally put that right at the beginning.
They do. Yeah. Tom Holland actually says not to watch it if you haven't watched Endgame. But if you have watched Endgame...
and smashing our hopes that this was a fake movie, I guess. Because it takes place after Endgame.
Wow, I wasn't even going to spoil that.
If you say it has Endgame spoilers, clearly it took place after Endgame.
That's really.
That's a literal inference. There's no way to get around that. There's no context in which it could take place before Endgame and have Endgame spoilers.
You know what? The only thing I will say is we are expecting Spider-Man Far From Home on July 2nd.
Next trailer. I don't remember. It's going to be The Twilight Zone.
The Twilight Zone. The new rebooted Twilight Zone, narrated by Jordan Peele. I mean, technically, the series has already started April 1st, but they seem to be doing trailers for every single episode that's coming.
Of course they do.
Every Thursday from now on.
And the new one is called Not All Men. And a meteorite, I guess, crashes into Earth, and then all men become rapists.
And violent. I have no idea where they're going with it, but it seems pretty interesting.
I think we know exactly where they're going with it.
No, I'm not making any inferences. Unlike you.
Not all men!
The next trailer that we have for you is The Handmaid's Tale Season 3.
We got bored with Season 2, but sure, go ahead, try it.
Yeah, I mean, they're still doing it, so that is going to come out June 5th.
And then next up we have... what?
His Dark Materials.
His Dark Materials.
Philip Pullman.
Why don't I just make you do all the trailers? I keep forgetting them. All right, His Dark Materials, right?
Yes.
Okay.
It looks pretty interesting. I'm really glad that His Dark Materials, the trilogy, didn't die with the awful The Golden Compass movie. So I'm actually really excited. Unfortunately, they did not give us a release date.
I am an armored bear! Oh my god, I hated that movie so much.
I was gonna say the only reason I'm sad is because my girl crush, Nicole Kidman, won't be in this version, but...
well, good, she can't be further defamed by participating.
I mean, it looks good. They have, people like Emmanuel Lynn, what is his last name?
Are you talking about... wait, what? Miranda?
No!
I don't know who you're talking about.
No, the guy who wrote Hamilton and the songs for
I thought that was Lin-Manuel Miranda.
That, him.
I literally just said that a second ago.
I'm sorry. Him. He's going to be in this. He's one of the characters. It looks really cool.
Oh, hooray.
They actually have a bunch of good actors.
Maybe we can learn from his tendency towards historical revisionism and mediocre hip-hop. This will be an exciting musical take on the world of armored bears and demons.
On BBC One.
Oh, Jesus.
Yes, it's on BBC One.
Fantastic. Last trailer.
Last trailer is Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Season 6.
Answering the question, is this show even still going? Yeah. I guess so.
Well, I mean, I still haven't finished the last season, so I didn't actually watch this trailer yet because... this last season, I don't even want to talk to you about it. It's just so hard to get through. But new episodes are coming May 10th if you are caught up for Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D., if anyone's still watching.
Actually, based on your description of the previous season, I'm thinking that what was going on, so to speak, with Endgame was kind of foreshadowed in how they wrote out Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, let's not go there. How about that?
Fine. Following the trailers, we're going to talk briefly about the inductees to the Video Game Hall of Fame. Yes, I guess that's a thing.
It's been a thing for a while now.
Yeah, well, they can call it that all they want, but I mean, there's halls of fame for everything run by a million different groups. So this one is now inducting a new class of high achievers in video game history, including Mortal Kombat, Super Mario Kart, Microsoft Solitaire.
To be fair, that one deserves to be
I
fair.
actually agree. Wes Cherry helped design Microsoft Solitaire and designed it as an intuitive game so that people could learn how to use a mouse. Click, drag, click, drag. What better way to teach? Can you imagine there was a time where the mouse didn't exist? There's also ones like Colossal Cave Adventure, which was the original text adventure fantasy game. If you have no idea what I'm talking about, that's a very old format where everything is driven by text.
And literally everything. You read everything. You read your environment.
You don't click arrow buttons.
No.
You type every command.
Type everything. All fascinating stuff. But the next thing we have on the docket is SpaceX. They made the news because the FCC just gave them the okay for global internet through their satellites. It sounds like they're actually...
Web 2.0.
Well, no, they actually want to make sure that anywhere you are in the globe, you'll have some internet. It sounds like they're working out some plans, but yeah, that sounds really fascinating for
GPS, but with internets.
It's actually going to be kind of cool. I don't know how fast it'll be.
I guess we'll have to go back to designing 56 kilobyte friendly websites. Meanwhile, Riot Games is potentially facing an employee walkout. This coming in the wake of a bunch of sexual harassment allegations, sexual discrimination allegations, and allegedly attempts by the company to kind of sweep potential lawsuits under the rug. So the
More like they don't want to go to litigation. They're trying to go to arbitration, which is a huge deal. If you don't know the difference, usually in arbitration you get much less money if you win your settlement or whatever.
Well, yeah, because arbitration is focused in on compromise, litigation is focused on determining a winner.
Yep.
So, continual development. We'll see what happens in the next couple weeks or months, depending on how long these employee walkouts and or litigation takes.
And in happier news, Endgame. Oh, Endgame has made a lot of money. It's already knocked off Titanic making...
On top of, they just came out of the gate with a record-breaking opening weekend.
Right.
And now they're chugging along.
They're chugging along. They overtook Titanic. It's made 2.2 mil. We're seeing now
Billion.
Billion? Oh, that's what I meant then. Billion.
Or milliards, if you prefer, if you're from, like, England or Spain. Because, math.
And Avatar, we're just hoping it sees...
On your left!
Just beating the first one. Maybe it can be the first one to 3 billion.
Well, adjusted for inflation, Avatar already has made $3 billion. So I'm actually curious to see how the numbers will roll out once they do adjust for inflation.
Right. But we'll see. I actually can't wait. This has been an extremely record-breaking time for Marvel.
I don't even know
Disney.
how I feel about it either. It's like it might represent this big deal, but on it, in another way, I'm thinking about it. I'm like, I don't know, because we already discussed how I kind of preferred Infinity War on the whole. But I don't know. Here's a real question. I don't think that the Academy is going to be able to ignore the movie.
No.
At this point.
No, but I bet you they will.
They ignored the last Avengers,
I'm placing bets that they're going to ignore this Avengers even though it's made record-breaking money.
More legal troubles in the world of nerddom comes for Jim Cummings, famous voice actor of characters such as Winnie the Pooh, is probably his most well-known role, and a lot of other Disney television stuff. Jim Cummings is in the middle of a divorce proceeding, and his ex, in the course of litigation that's ongoing, has accused him of things including sexual abuse, rape, animal abuse, as well as other misconduct. One of the interesting aspects of this particular case is that because these allegations have only come out as part of the divorce proceedings in family court, currently there is no real potential for him to pursue a defamation lawsuit. So, looking from the outside in, we're not sure how this is going to go or how this is going to roll out. He's not the only voice actor to face this kind of legal complication. Right. In the past couple of months, we've done videos on a lot of those subjects. Mm-hmm. But this is the newest and perhaps even the most high-profile voice actor to face this kind of accusation since the Me Too movement began.
Well, not only that, there's no official response, I assume, because it's still under litigation, and his lawyer probably advised him against saying anything. So
I mean, like, what are you going to say in this scenario? What can anyone say in this scenario?
There's not a good official response to these kinds of allegations, I feel, but you can feel assured that we will try to keep on top of this particular one and see where it leads. Moving on to something a little lighter, something a little happier. Jeff Fowler, the director of the Sonic the Hedgehog movie, has announced that they are actually reworking that awful Sonic design. That being said, I feel like this is only a half win because it sounds like they're going to be putting crunch on the designers and all the other employees to get this done before the movie comes out. They're not pushing back the movie or nothing, so...
Unless it was a PR gambit from the get-go. Some people have suggested that they were never really planning for Sonic to come out the gate like that. That was literally just to drum up attention for the movie. But I wouldn't put it past them, but I don't think that's what happened.
I don't think so either. I think they legitimately thought that was going to work somehow.
Interestingly, co-founder of Sega, at least, maybe he's the co-creator of the Sonic game, Yuji Naka, has said a thank you to fans. Like, thank you, thank you for.
He's not supposed to look
for
like
changing that. However, interestingly enough, Naoto Oshima, who actually designed Sonic, I believe so, he's the character designer, said that he was fine with the way it was. Because I've seen something to the effect of, quote, I've seen like 25 Sonics, and, new one, that's cool.
I mean, I guess.
I don't know how I still don't know how I felt about it in general. All I know is those teeth shouldn't have been there.
The teeth, I have problems with the hands. Like, those appendages coming... just no, okay?
Oh, you just prefer...
That being said, for me, it felt like they were trying to capture Detective Pikachu. And there's a reason
Glorious failure.
There's a reason why they can go for realistic, because it at least looks cute. Even if some of the designs are a little horrifying, we're okay with it, because maybe some of the Pokemon was supposed to look horrifying. But not Sonic. Not like that. I mean, I'm not saying make him cute or anything, but that's not how he's...
Further developments in technology. Microsoft has announced that they're bringing out a Braille controller called the Xbox Adaptive Controller. Now, at this point, this is just a preliminary design stage deal. It's under patent, but it is not actually, they haven't released an actual design showing how it would work. However, features that are potentially being included in this specific controller include Braille keypads, as well as the ability to put Braille on the back.
Well,
lettering.
What would happen is it's like a text to speech.
Okay.
So like you could actually read Braille on the controller from the game.
Okay, yeah.
And back and forth. You'd be able to communicate in chat and during a live stream, and I would assume it would also tell you what's going on screen and that kind of stuff.
Yeah, that'd be pretty huge.
It's actually a really huge win for accessibility in gaming. So I'm actually really excited for not just this particular controller, but for accessibility to become more easy for everybody, anybody with any kind of disability. I thought this was really interesting.
And what's weird is I'm pretty sure like the basic technology behind the Braille Communicator aspect was if it didn't exist in real life. Funnily enough, I remember that being represented in a movie called Sneakers from like back in the 90s, I think.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, with like Robert Redford. There was a computer in the movie. There's a computer programmer who's blind, and he has like a device that outputs code in Braille format.
Oh wow, that's fascinating.
So like I don't know if that was legit tech or not, but I just like when this was first mentioned, that was the immediate thought in my head. I was like, oh yeah, I've seen that before. Why isn't this a thing?
It's been a long time coming, so I'm hoping to see more accessibility in gaming. So we have interesting news in the world of social media. It seems like Pornhub is interested in buying Tumblr to put back its not safe for work content.
I can't imagine why.
Because, Pornhub actually sees the value in adult content. Whereas Verizon, and I forget who actually owns Tumblr, because it's like a subsidiary of Verizon. I forget what the name is. I don't care. They've been mismanaging Tumblr for years. Maybe it is time that it goes to somebody who actually cares about the adult content that build the social media platform to begin with.
Porn makes money. Porn makes money. To cap things off, we'll give you one last little story. A bunch of scientists have noticed that a giant swarm of octopi emerged from the ocean onto land and then returned. And nobody knows why, except for us. The rising of the great Lord Cthulhu is at hand, ladies and gentlemen. With that comforting thought, we wish to leave you again for this week, and we'll see you very soon down the road. Once again, from Manly Battleships, good night and good luck.
And goodbye.